Hi folks, doing Hero of None here with your Mundus Minutes on December 20th, 2018. News, Luxury Merchant, and Golden Merchant stuff all in a few minutes. So, kind of a precursor before we get into the news, I do have a bit of a cold. It does sound a little bit nasally. I apologize. Not much I can do about it because it is that cold season right now. So, please bear with me. Next up in the news. Right now, the New Life Festival is going on. During this event, you can get double experience and various rewards for doing the various quests out there. If you wonder how you get there, go into your Crown store. There is a thing that says New Life Festival. Click on it. It's free to get into it, and it'll start you the quest and show you exactly where you need to go. Also, it's a good time to get your Nordic bath towel if you do not have it, which is a very popular item from this event. During this time, you can also do new charity writs, which will get you new rewards with Crystal Frost skin and Skull Explorer outfit styles. And because we had issues with the Undaunted celebration in November, they're also giving the tickets for killing world bosses, delve bosses, final bosses, trial bosses, arena bosses, and dragon hunt, dolmen hunts, and abysmal geysers. So if you want to get your event tickets, that'd be a good way to do it. Speaking of event tickets, if you gift out 5 event tickets, you're going to be getting 4 free Frost Astronaut crates at the end of January 2020. Currently, the event tickets cost $250. You have to do 5 of them. That's going to be a total of $1,250. And 4 Frost Astronaut crates cost about, well, they do cost 1,500 crowns right now. So that does save you a little bit of crowns if you want to do it. It doesn't have to all be to one person either. You can spread them out amongst your friends. Give it to whoever you feel like. Finally, on the subject of selling stuff, Elsewhere Standard Edition and Crown Packs are on sale right now. That includes the Standard Edition and the Collector's Edition. They'll be on sale for PS4 for till January 17th, and Xbox One and PC Mac will be on sale until January 2nd. Crown Packs are getting various discounts depending on what level you buy, but 1,500 Crown Packs is going to be 20% off, 3,000 will be 25% off, 5,500 will be 30% off, 14,000 will be 35% off, and 21,000 Crown Packs will be 40% off. That's a lot of stuff there. So that's it for the news. Let us take a look at the Luxury Merchant and Golden Merchant this week. And this comes up okay. There we go. All right, so first up in the Luxury Merchant here, Amino Core full, a Clockwork Alchemy Flask, Alchemy Rack and Tubes, Clockwork Pot, Crystals, and a Clockwork Tertian Stand. So if you like clockwork stuff, you want to have something that's a little bit more like a, I don't know, like a apothecary shop, this might work out for you. Now, on the Golden Merchant this week, I usually tell you guys, like, don't buy this, it's terrible, etc. There's actually a few good items this week. Bright Thrust Bowstring, Max Magicka, Magic Recovery, and we have a drink buff active. You're going to gain an extra, your Max Magicka is going to increase by 2,000 Magicka and 150 recovery. This is pretty good. It's pretty stat heavy. One of the reasons you probably want to go with this stuff is because typically on... shoot, I don't have it here, unfortunately. But typically on a Magicka build, you have various items that just work out better to give you more Magicka on that. Shoot, I'm just trying to remember. I think it's the citrus blend that comes out of Clockwork City itself. Is a drink buff, which will also boost up on top of this, and is just very stat heavy to be using in PvP. Next up, Beekeeper's Ring, which is an interesting set. I probably want to go with the Golden Merchant version of this. I would just go ahead and get the gear itself, probably get the heavy armor if you want to go with this. But the health recovery on this is pretty substantial, and it's an interesting set because if you use it in PvP, your health recovery is one of the few things that's not affected by battle stats or battle spirit. So this heals you up quite a bit, especially on low B PvP and some of those non-CP campaigns. So you can stay up for quite a bit if you have health stacked. But at the same time, you're kind of also very... you're not going to be doing much damage with that set. but it works out good for a heavy set. Blooddirker Ring, weapon critical, weapon damage, weapon critical. Increasing damage with your bleed over time effects by 33%. This got buffed up. It's not considered the best at this point because bleed got nerfed. I used to be able to pass armor using bleed, but now it's not doing that anymore. It has to actually go through armor. But they did boost this up to 33%. Might be an interesting set. I usually get this out of Bloodforge. Bloodforge inside Kraglorn. And it is a DLC set, so you might actually want to pick this up for just having an extra set sitting around. And finally, Ring of the Combat Physician, Max Magicka, spell critical, and when you critically heal yourself or an ally, you grant them a damage heal for 8,195 for 6 seconds, and it can occur once every 6 seconds. Actually, this is an interesting set. I tried using this in PvP, didn't work out the best. But it wasn't very interesting, I'll say. Part of the issue with this is if you're trying to do duos, it might work better. But if you're trying to heal large groups, every time this kicks off, it comes with the cooldown that you can't cast it again on another person for that 6 seconds that it's off. So there's other sets that just work out better in general. But if you wanted to go a duo system, this might work out for you. But it's also 250k, so keep that in mind. Now, for helmets this week, we have Slimecraw's Visage, which is actually pretty good, I would say. Gives you Mana Berserk at all times to increase your damage down by 8%. Also gives you Spell Critical and Weapon Critical on that one-piece bonus. I would probably say a Templar would use this pretty well as maybe Sorks as well on top of that. It just basically, as long as you keep that Minor Berserk up and you're already stacking up a lot of damage with some of those classes, it just works out good. I see this used for both PvE and PvP. So if you don't have this and you can't run the dungeon that you get this from, maybe you want to pick it up. And for another 100k, Veldros's Guise. This used to be a pretty meta stamina set. This got kind of nerfed or kind of fell out of favor when the Deadly set came up. However, if they ever flip that meta back over, you probably will want this as a damage proc set. So I would probably pick up a version of this if you can't run the dungeon because you don't have the DLC, or if you're just running PvP all the time, get it for the AP so you have a copy in your own inventory. All right, guys, that's Heroes Mundus Minute. Tamriel. Hopefully this cold goes away. Jeez.